Hey, yo, crypto in health. You want to know how crypto is working in health? We come to you every day with juicy news on wealth, wellness, and well being. We're broadcasting to you live from 1.4 degrees south of the equator and 37 degrees east of the central meridian. I like to tell you we're right in the cryptographic middle of the world. You're with me, Scholastica Mugi, and I'm coming to you at 1000 hours coordinated universal time UTC here on the Ubrican channel. You're just in time. I'm excited, guys. Thank you so much for joining us once more on our Ubrican channel. We're grateful to have you each and every single day. And being a Wednesday afternoon, we are blessed. The sun is out and the weather is looking excellent, which means that we have the energy to keep going. And I have some inspiration for you. But before that, shout out to each and every single viewer of the Ubrican channel. From Grace, Naomi, Mercy, Shiko, Irene, Barbara, to Abed, Susan, Evans, Betty, Jane, the Prince, Kadogo Kadogo, Jojo, Mark Wawero, Miss Kindness, Fuchari Productions, David Muturu, Paul Njoroge, Mr. Mbugwa Kimani, Madam Producer Miss Purity, Madam Beatrice Morango, Kimani Kamau, Alice Mukiri, Irene Kiaton, Global Trader, Dr. Stephen Karanja, Romario, and to our silent viewer, feel much appreciated and thank you so much for supporting the Ubrican. Now, guys, today I'm inspiring you with words from an American basketball player, John Wooden, who says, things work out best for those who make the best of how things work out. I repeat that. Things work out best for those who make the best of how things work out. That's a good way to have our Wednesday going. So thank you so much, guys. Today on our crypto word of the day, we're defining the term full node. And on our crypto news segment, I will let you know of a decentralized mesh network. And then on our Ubrica today, we continue allowing you to join us on our DIAL program. That's a deep immersion action learning program. Let's define what a full node is. And a full node is a program that fully validates transactions and blocks. Now, full nodes help the network by accepting transactions and blocks from other full nodes, validating those transactions and blocks, and then relaying them to further full nodes. Now, most full nodes also serve lightweight clients by allowing them to transmit their transactions to the network and by notifying them when a transaction affects their wallet. Now, full nodes mainly, if not enough nodes perform this function, clients wouldn't be able to connect through the peer-to-peer network. They'll have to use centralized services instead. So the peer-to-peer network is enabled by full nodes because full nodes is that program that fully validates transactions and nodes. They're the ones that validate transactions and blocks. And blocks. So now you know about full nodes and you know about understanding that for transactions and blocks to be fully validated, you need a full node. Now, having said that, guys, let's look at a decentralized mesh network. And this is news on Cointelegraph by Andre. And it talks about Venezuelan team working on Bitcoin mesh network based on offline radios. Let me read to you guys. A Venezuelan team is developing Locha, a decentralized mesh network that doesn't rely on the internet to transact with Bitcoin. The system, based on radio waves, was born in response to frequent electricity and internet outages in Venezuela. Now, Locha Mesh is an open source project led by Randy Brito, a member of Bitcoin Venezuela organization. It is developing two devices named Tupia and Happier that would allow anyone to connect to the Bitcoin blockchain using range radio waves. Tupia is the simpler version of the radio transmitter, reported to work over distances of 1 to 2 kilometers in urban areas. Happier is a more limited radio module to use with small computers such as Raspberry Pi. Now, both devices are developed to be portable and operate on battery power. Their application is not limited to BTC or any other blockchain like Monero, could be integrated, or even messaging and file transfer systems like IPFS. Now, local mesh devices work on by providing an alternate data transfer method to the internet. Their primary use case is for critical situations such as in Venezuela and Iran, where infrastructure issues or government restrictions often lead to protracted shutdowns of the internet. But while physical inability to transact is one aspect, censorship resistance is another. Brito elaborated in a discussion with Monero community members, and I'm going to tell you what he says. Quote, we are making something for the situations where you don't have internet at all, either due to lack of infrastructure, targeted censorship, or in case you want to be to be completed anonymous, so you don't want to expose your home phone IP address that is linked to your identity. So this is being enabled by this launcher, the decentralized mesh network, that's then going to help in situations where there is no internet. And this is in Venezuela, which means that innovations around blockchain are getting better and better each and every single day, and they're making lives much simpler, and they're definitely going to pave way for a better tomorrow, definitely, as we can see from the news that I bring to you each and every single day, guys. So now, having said that, guys, I want to remind you of our dial program, and we are talking about helping everybody to be in a space where you can activate your knowledge to be able to create something. Everyone has the potential of creating something. We're moving into the space where companies are now understanding that they don't have to create things for people, but rather they need to empower the people to create things for themselves so that they're able to have the selling power. So this is important. This is very important because we have seen that having buying power is not enough, because you cannot have buying power if you don't have the money. So you first have to be empowered. And we're saying that it is not enough for you to just have companies creating things for you and you wanting all the time to buy. Where do you get the money to buy these products from? You need to have your own thing that you're creating so that you're able to have the buying power. So this program mainly is going to enable us to understand better how we can all have the power to create something and build something of ourselves so that we can also sell to the companies that sell us. So, and more over and above that, there's a lot of knowledge that is going to be gained in this program. And during the 6 weeks, I want to just let you know, keep updating you. On week 1, we're talking about universal health access, which is equals to universal basic income. It is not possible for us to gain universal health access if people don't have the money. That's the universal basic income, which will be elaborated during the program. And that's week 2 to week 3. When we get there, we'll go to fieldwork and visit the local markets so that we understand how now we get down to going down to the products, the services that people provide. Let's have the interviews. Let's have a deep dialogue with the traders to understand exactly how they create, and if they actually know, if they have the knowledge on how they create whatever they create. Then week 4, we come down to uploading all these products and the services on our online market. So that's Sokojanja. Week 5, we get to the intensive awareness creation on social media and then present the projects. And finally, week 6, we head out to the greatest places in Kenya. So we are inviting you guys to join us on board, and we know that it's going to be amazing. It's going to be fun. So let's not just stay there and hear me talk about this program and you just ignore it. We're saying that this program is focusing on overseas students. It's beginning on June. And not only overseas students, we are also giving opportunity to you as an entrepreneur. If you want to understand better about how to run companies and even the future companies, how the future companies are going to work, we're talking about the information age economy, which is just on the other side. The way things used to be done, it was we were dealing in material economy, so we are moving to information age economy, and that is deep. That is heavy duty. You need to understand it. So we are giving you an opportunity. If you're an entrepreneur, you're also legible for this program. At only $10,000, you get to have a 6 week of you just being a whole new person, you looking at things in a different perspective. That's good. It's very good, and we're inviting you guys to join us on board beginning June. So I can see Jojo was joining me. That's good afternoon. Good afternoon to you, Jojo. I hope you have had yourselves an amazing morning. And over to the afternoon, we are just closing our show. And I just want to remind you that you must be actively involved in whatever you do. Just ensure that you're not on the sidelines of whatever you're doing. If it is in health, we want you to be actively involved. Let us involve ourselves actively. Let us take part. Let us not just hear. We must be the doers of what we say. You can't just say something and then you're not doing it. Let's be the doers. And the only way to do that is coming together, guys, and joining us. And if you have comments, suggestions, or you just want to tell us something that you have learned over the videos that we have done, just feel free to express it here and we'll definitely address it. I have been your girl, Scholastica Mugi, and until tomorrow, it is goodbye for now. Ciao.